All right, good morning, everyone. So you guys, welcome back. You guys on YouTube, welcome back. Happy Friday, everyone. Good to be back on with you guys. Where are we? Let me just make sure everyone can all hear me all loud and clear. Hope everyone's had a good week in the markets. We're back. We are back, ending the week off strong. Gold is trying to shape up some nice moves here at the London Open, which I'm looking forward to seeing if we can get some trades with you guys. Audio and video good, awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Welcome back, everyone. If anyone doesn't know, my name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for about 7 years, and I mainly focus on gold futures here in the Asian and Europe session. I've been streaming on my own channel for the past 3 years, but now we stream the London Open here on the Topstep YouTube channel. So welcome back, everyone. If any of you guys are new here, appreciate you taking the time to tune in. We will same shirt. We'll break down all markets here today. I will be looking for some trade opportunities here on gold. I have taken a few trades today. I took an initial loss in Asia. I took an initial loss in Asia. And then made it back on the shorts, which we'll take a look at as well. And I haven't really traded any of my other accounts here, so I'm up about 550 on my Asia account. And I'm up about 650 here on my London account. But I am happy to look for more opportunities with you guys here this morning as well. So don't see that and go, damn it, he's always showing up here with all these gains. Yeah, we'll be looking for other opportunities here with you guys. Don't worry. So there's no I don't know if you guys can hear the birds in the background. They're just going absolutely nuts. So happens we live in Australia. Come on, Chow. Good to see you, man. Yeah, we'll look at all other markets. Gold's been having some crazy moves again. Yesterday in the London session, not even London session, I'd say like pre-London, gold had already dropped like 960 ticks. Off the back of a trade deal between the US and the UK. So the US dollar got stronger, gold got weaker yesterday, which had an absolutely phenomenal sell-off. Unfortunately, I didn't trade it. I didn't get any of the shorts down. However, I did get some nice little pullbacks into the New York session, which is what we were kind of saying yesterday is... What we were saying yesterday is... you know, it's not our job to try and chase this down. By the time I jumped on, you know, we were like all the way down here. I'm like, well, I don't want to chase it from down here. We're not going to keep dropping for the whole entire day. I'm going to wait for my opportunity. So I didn't get any of this push down yesterday. However, as you guys know, the way we like to trade these plays on gold, as soon as you got this break below, grab belows, engulf back above, I did take gold for a nice little pullback here before you then had a very, very big sell-off again. Pretty late in the New York session, around like 4:30 London time, for another another 500 tick leg lower as well, which was just insane. So, you know, we've gone from being in, you know, London 20 to 30 to 50 tick ranges to hundreds of ticks, back to small ranges, back to being, you know, hundreds of ticks again. So the markets are very, very active, guys, very, very active, and there's no real news today. Have I lost my feed? I had a look earlier. There's no real news today. We have had quite a lot come out this week. No scheduled news, I should say. We never know what Trump's up to. You know, you can start saying something at any point. But yeah, nothing too crazy. You do have FOMC member speaking at 4:30 London time, but it's not high impact news, so I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be too crazy compared to what we have seen this week. Yeah, Trump spoke yesterday. Yeah, so Trump spoke yesterday at 3 p.m. London time. So that explains that later move. Came up, grabbed the highs. Later sell off there, which is good for the US dollar and bad for gold, which is fine for us because as traders, we don't really care too much. You know, we make money on the way up, we make money on the way down. I had my dad ringing me over the week, being like, are you all right? You know, you still making money during these times? Like, you know, you good? I'm like, yeah, yeah, we're good. Yeah, we can take advantage of both sides. That's what's good about being being day traders. He was like really worried. He's like, I've seen all this Trump news. Like, you still able to make money? I'm like, yeah, I'm chilling. We're having one of the best months last month. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, looking at the day here on gold. We'll do a little bit of top down here for you guys, and then we will have a look at all other markets as well. I know some of you guys talking about NQ. Yeah, Dad, we're making bank. Relax. You go back to what you were doing. We're making bank over here. So yesterday, we ended up having a very bearish close, which is why I was very active in Asia today. Like I said to you guys, I would say I'm predominantly a London trader. However, Asia has just been Asia's just been so good recently. It's been so good in the sense that it's been very, I don't want to say easy, but it's been, the direction's been easier. So when I kind of jumped on the charts today and I saw yesterday actually closed bearish, well, today I'm like, oh great, I got, shorts into yesterday's low is a easy trade. Not an easy trade in terms of like execution, but an easy analysis or bias trade, I should say. I'm following the fact that we had this huge push up on Monday and Tuesday, a huge break back below this major resistance, 3,400, and a strong closure yesterday with bearish news for gold. So coming onto the charts today, I'm like, fantastic. I'm shorting Asia at any opportunity. But what's interesting is we have already come down, grabbed lows, and held support. So this is interesting on gold. Are we going to, actually break this support and continue selling off? Or are we going to have a little bit of a correction, maybe pull back into, where are we, about 33.50 is a pretty strong level where we could see a little bit of a pullback. Remember, guys, we want to be looking for the easiest trades in the sense of actually understanding direction. So is it going to be a super easy trade to buy this back up? Not as easy as it was to short Asia today. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's not going to be as easy as shorting into the daily lows, because that was a very, very nice liquidity level here today. That's where I took my sales in Asia. I took it on my London account. I also took it on my Asia account. I did take a loss on my Asia account as well for about over $1,000, which was very big for me. But then I flipped the bias and then got short. So I'll show you that as well. But today for London, yeah, I mean, we are at massive support. Could we be holding this huge, it's not the cleanest, but, this kind of looks to me like this could be a big, you guys know I love the head and shoulders. This could be a big head and shoulders before, maybe we come up for another head and shoulders here. So you can kind of see it on both sides. So I would say for the day, we're probably in a bit of a range from 32.80 up into 33.50 into like 33.70. This would be the big overall range that I would be looking to trade. Now, don't get, what's the word? Don't get shaken off when I say, we're in a bit of a range. Like, these ranges are huge. Like, from here to here, it's a 600 to 800 tick range. It's a very, very tradable range. But we do have to understand the fact that we're bouncing off daily support and we're coming into some pretty resistance. We could be in for more of a range-bound London session. Now, it doesn't mean we can't take trades, but it's just something that we do want to be a little bit cautious of. We can't control the markets. All we can do is react to what we're seeing. And what I am seeing is a potential range based off what I have just shared just there. So I'm just going to put on my key levels here. 500 tick range here on gold from 3,300 up into 33.50. Just liquidated the lows and closed a very bullish here on the 4 hour on the future chart. So would I want to be shorting against that? Not really. So let's have a look at the lower time frame. Do you trade in a live account too? Yeah, I have a personal live account, man. Yep. I have been making a Topstep my priority since I knew we were going to be doing the streams together, and yeah, we've been doing very, very well here. I'm only about 2 payouts away from this London account to getting moved to live here on Topstep. And this Asia account is I haven't actually taken a payout from this Asia one. And this is also growing very, very well. But yeah, I do trade live as well. But when I trade live in my personal, I try and trade more higher time frame moves. Now, I like to keep my Topstep accounts for more intraday trading. So we have just, again, look at this. This is a beautiful fake out here, guys. Look at this fake out. Hourly fake out after liquidating the lows and closing bullish. back above, holding it and squeezing higher. So really, really nice buys here towards the end of the Asian slash very early pre-London move here. Really, really nice push up from like 4 till 5 a.m. Really, really nice push. Major level, 3,300, 4-hour support, daily support, hourly liquidity grab and a fake out. There's your retest, really nice push. Now, we are coming into a pretty strong level here. This is why I haven't taken any trades pre-London here yet today. We were looking for some trades, excuse me, when we did the pre-London stream, but nothing is super clear to me just yet. This is why we're probably going to have to see the London Open here on gold. But I'm interested to see if we can start breaking back above and play this range, which I would ideally prefer to see. Because, you know, we have that overall 4-hour closing bullish. We have this massive liquidity grab and fake out. So I would like to see if we can get back above, you know, close bullish on this hourly and then see if we can buy from the hour that we're going to be here for from 8 until 9 a.m. London time, which will give us around, you know, about 170 tick range. You know, one contract, fantastic. There's a very, very nice range to play. So before I even think about dropping down to the lower time frame, guys, I look at this hourly and I go, we've just grabbed the highs, we've held support, we've held resistance, and we have just closed bearish. So is there any need for me to drop down to the 5-minute right now, just based off the fact that this hourly isn't really showing me anything just yet? Not really. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for this hourly to actually close before we even try and look at other lower time frames, because, you know, if you don't have confirmation on this hourly time frame, I can promise you guys the 5-minute is not going to show you anything more. If anything, it's going to chop you up. You know, 1 minute you're going to be going long, and then you're going to try and go short, and then you're going to try and go long, and, you know, you're going to get completely manipulated in this range, and then you're going to go back and look at the higher time frame, and you're going to go, what on earth was I trying to do? So we're going to wait for this London Open here on gold, guys, which we will, during that time, have a look at some other markets here. You can see we're creating some pretty aggressive ranges, which is no surprise after the fact that the hourly closed doji. We want to be looking for these good setups, and, you know, I do believe we're going to get that here today. But we'll see the London Open, and then we'll start dropping down to the 5-minute. We did just speak a lot about in pre-London about how this multi-time frame analysis is very key. You know, I come from a swing trading background. I've been day trading for like, I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 years, and probably like 3 years. And when I first started day trading, I struggled a lot, because I would literally just open my charts and think day trading means you just have to go on the 5-minute and try and take every single breakout. But on gold, that's absolutely not the case. If you try and trade every single breakout on gold on the 5-minute, you will get chopped up all day long. The 5-minute is fantastic, but the 5-minute is fantastic for executing what has already been confirmed on the higher time frame. And if there's and if that's nothing right now, that's fine. We'll wait for the London Open. We'll let the markets come to us, and then amazing, we'll execute our trade. So I know you guys were looking at NQ. If anyone does want me to break down any other markets, we have about 13 minutes here, 12 minutes until London Open. So feel free to send over any questions or any other instruments you guys want me to look at. And pre-London, we'll do some levels. We'll start on NQ. I know you guys have been loving the NQ analysis. NQ's been really, really strong this week. If you guys go back to on Monday, we spoke about price needing to come up and liquidate these highs. Unfortunately, we weren't on stream yesterday. However, this grab of the lows and the closure bullish on Wednesday gave great buys on Thursday. This was the level that we spoke about early on in the week. That was previous weekly highs, which was, again, an easy liquidity target. And now we're pretty much back there. So daily time frame's looking very strong here. You know, could we come up and fill in yesterday's wick? Yeah, probably. And then what's after that? Back at the highs of the 26th of March. Well, yeah, wouldn't be too crazy. Let me just have a quick look. Is ES already there? 26th of March. No, not quite. So yeah, you do have more room here. Did anyone, you guys on YouTube who trade NQ, did you guys get the buys yesterday? Because it was a really, really nice buy. What time did it come in? What session did it come in? It was a really, really nice trade. I haven't been able to watch slow markets unfortunately much this week. I've been pretty busy in Asia. Out of Dakota to get some of the buys. What time did this go on? Oh yeah, pretty late in the day. Again, off the back of the Trump news. Really, really big push up. These are our liquidity levels from Wednesday when we jumped on. So all of our liquidity levels have been hit here on gold. Yeah, 2 p.m. Yeah, you got them. Nice. Yeah, good man. Yep, I called it. Yeah, beautiful. Yep, after Trump spoke. Yep. Really, really, really strong push. Look at this perfect double top here as well, guys. Look at this perfect double top. How many people do you think were trying to short that double top? It's the way that I like to look at the markets. People try and jump in these shorts here, stop sitting just above. Once you start breaking back above, you know, even if you took it from, let's say, the 430 candle, once this 30-minute grabs those and actually breaks back above, here to here is a fantastic trade. Absolutely fantastic trade. So for today on NQ, you know, we do have to kind of keep in the back of our minds, you know, yesterday was a fantastic push up. You had a pretty aggressive sell-off as well to end the day. So we are at big daily resistance. So today, coming onto the charts, how do I believe today could close? Maybe a little bit of a doji day. Either that, or if you start breaking intraday, yesterday's high could be a nice target. But I'm not ignoring that we have had a pretty fantastic move this week, especially that turnaround on Wednesday, grabbing the lows, holding support, really nice push up. And this weekly is probably looking very nice as well. Yeah, look at that weekly. Huge bullish closure yesterday. This weekly's come all the way down for that bottom wick. Held, let's say, look at this. Let's bring this. That was our previous level. Now we're probably looking more around 20,000. Not quite. As a level that we're holding to see if we can squeeze higher. I have seen a lot of people been talking about, you know, all this is just a pullback to then, you know, start to see some huge legs lower. I personally don't think that's the case. If you've been, you know, watching these markets for long, when you are on the road to the recovery, you do have these, especially during the COVID times back in 2020, when was the recovery? 2023. You know, you have these big pullbacks. Someone's like, oh, cool, you're going to go short. And then you push up. Then you have these pullbacks and people go, no, this is going to be the time. You know, we're going to have a big rollover. And then you keep going up and up and up. Not that, you know, we even really care to think that far ahead, but it's just something that I have seen when the markets, you know, are on the road to recovery. Could this be the low of the year? Yeah, maybe. I guess as intraday traders, that's the beauty of the way that we trade, that we don't really have to think that much. And there's no need to try and speculate so far in advance. We want to be trading what's right in front of us. And for the day, to be honest, this does look like a, again, nice little head and shoulders there to potentially pull back into some highs. So for the London session on NQ, I'm still watching gold here, guys. For the London session here on NQ, this looks nice for a pullback. You just came down, you've grabbed the lows and you've closed bullish. Same here again, you grab the lows and you've closed bullish. You grab the lows and you've closed bullish. So I would say this will be a strong level, but if we can get back above 20,200, you could be looking for some moves higher. Would I be looking to short NQ? Not right now. I wouldn't want to trade too much in this range. I don't want to think too much here. We want to be very reactive. Don't think, react. And what we can react to in here is a bit of a range. If we break back above, yeah, you know, to pull back into these highs here, back down into this support from yesterday, 2250 looks like a pretty decent level. Especially, guys, and this is why London Open is going to be so key here. It's nice to see that NQ hasn't ripped before we've jumped on, because I know there's been a lot of times where we have looked at NQ when we jump on these streams. It's already had the big move at 7 AM, but it hasn't really moved too much just yet. But if this 30-minute here holds these lows here and actually closes bullish, yeah, I like this for a bit of a pullback. Again, I'm no NQ expert, guys. I don't trade NQ. I do like breaking it down for you guys. So if you guys do see anything different, or if you do see similar, you know, feel free to share it in. Like I say, I'm no NQ expert. I just like to break it down from a neutral perspective for you guys. I don't have any interest in caring if we're going to go up or down. So that's why I like to come on and just give you guys a neutral bias as to trading what's right in front of us. So if you guys see the same, great. If you see it different, you know, feel free to share it. Let's discuss. But right now, I think what we all can agree on is this is a pretty aggressive range, and this is the same as gold. Same as what I just said on gold, guys. You know, if the higher time frame is in a bit of a range and we're at big levels, if you try and trade this 5-minute, guys, you will blow up. Not only will you blow your P&L, but you will blow up mentally. Don't underestimate the power of mental capital. This is a very, very aggressive range. You can try and trade in this range, and you can get chopped up, or you can just accept it accept that it's a bit of range. You know, give it some time, wait for it to break out, and then cool, and then get your trade. Let the markets come to you. Yeah. Trump is the NQ expert. Nice little inverse shows they're trying to hold. You know, if I was trading this, I would want to be long from here, and I would be managing pretty aggressively because this is getting pretty wicky here on NQ as well, which is kind of similar to what we're seeing on gold. Which I did have a look at the DXY before, and you know, US dollar is at a big level of $100. Would the morning star have been valid entry at 4:25 UK time? Which time frame were you looking at, man? I think it was Maka that asked the question. Would the morning star have been a valid entry at 4:25? I assume you're on the 5 minute. 4:25. Let me see. Yes. If you weren't on my yeah, I think you mean this one. 4:25. Yep. If you weren't on my pre-London stream, man, I literally spoke about this exact buy opportunity. Yeah, 5 minutes. Yep. I'm assuming you weren't because you obviously wouldn't ask the question, but yeah, this was a fantastic buy here. It was actually, and I'll show you guys why it was so nice. We probably spent about like a good half an hour breaking down why this was so nice. And the reason it was so nice is because, now again, this wasn't a nice buy because it was a 5 minute morning star. It was, but you wouldn't buy this just because it's a morning star. You know, you don't try and sell every single morning and evening, or you don't try and buy every morning star or sell every evening star. But the reason that you would have bought this one, and the reason that this was such a nice opportunity, is because you bounced off daily support. Again, this is why multi-time frame analysis is so key. The 4 hour also grabbed the lows and was starting to close back bullish. You also had an hourly grab the lows and a bullish closure. So think about all these things we have right now. So as soon as you see this grab in the lows and actually closing bullish, that's when you drop down to your lower time frame and you go, yeah, I want to be following that. Which then, you know, you can look at the 15 and you go, oh, great, look at that. 15 again, beautiful morning star. So as soon as I see this candle, you know, grabbing the lows and holding, that's when I'll drop down to the 5 minute and I'll go, wow, look at that. Not only is it a beautiful morning star, gold's having a bit of a squeeze here, which is good, guys. We've got hourly closure in about 3 minutes and the London Open. So not only is this a nice morning star, but it's also a very nice fake out. Look at that. You broke below, you broke back above. So you were buying, you weren't just buying a 5 minute morning star. You were buying daily support. You were buying 4 hour support. You were buying an hourly liquidity grab and a breakout. 15 minute morning star, and then a 5 minute fake out. Like all time frames lined up, and this was a beautiful push. Really nice push. So you had a 5 minute fake out based on all of them things. It was an absolutely incredible push. Incredible. That was like pretty close to the perfect trade. And the reason it was so nice, to me anyway, is all because of how this hourly candle closed here. I don't buy before this, but as soon as I see this candle here, grabbing the lows and closing bullish, when I drop down to lower time frame at 4 a.m. London time, yeah, I'm only looking for buy opportunities. I was just saying to the guys, you know, if I was dropping down to the 5 minute, I don't see this push down and go, oh, like, damn, should I be selling this? Like should I go short? The reason we wouldn't look at this and go short is because we know that the previous hourly has just grabbed major support and closed bullish. So when we drop down to the lower time frame, we are only looking for buy opportunities because the 5 minute is purely to execute on what the higher time frame has already told us. You know, like I said, the 5 minute is one of my favorite time frames, but it is only to execute on what the higher time frames are telling us. If the previous hourly, you know, didn't grab lows and close so bullish, would I take a 5 minute morning star here? No, not at all. We don't take every single, you know, morning and evening star for the sake of it. The reason that you would have been looking for that is because this right here. This is your confirmation candle. This is your entry candle. Same as what I'm seeing right now on gold. If we break out, that's going to be my confirmation candle, and the 8 a.m. candle is going to be my execution candle. So confirmation, execution. Beautiful call. But yeah, absolutely, it was perfect, man. Yep. I just wanted to share because it was literally so perfect. So perfect. Yeah, did I take it? Unfortunately not. I wasn't on the charts then, but it was beautiful. Kind of similar to the plays I did take in Asia. We got 1 minute till this hourly open here, guys. Explain the morning star. Yep, absolutely. Let me just see this hourly candle here. I believe someone in my Discord did say that I think Dakota calls it is it a 3 bar pattern or something? Is that I think that's what he called it. Let me see. Which I think is literally the same thing. Is that what he calls it? Is that what it's called? 3 bar reversal pattern. Yeah, 3 bar reversal. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. I had never personally heard it being called that. So we'll pretend I didn't steal it off Dakota. But no, I love them for many different reasons. But yeah, it's just a very nice reversal sign. So I'll explain it in a second. We're gonna get the London Open here, guys. How's this hourly looking? Holding support, trying to get back above here. We're trying to close bullish. So what are we doing? We're holding resistance, but we're also holding support. It's not the cleanest. It's not the cleanest, but that's a pretty decent hourly closure. It's a 3 pattern, but you said you get in on the 3rd bar before it actually reverses. Yes, I get in. Is the other one you get in at the 3rd closure? I get in before that. I get in as soon as I see the 2nd candle close, which I'll share as well. And if you like trading them, gold absolutely loves that. So we just had a bullish hourly closure there, guys. I do want to be following that because I know this 4 hour is probably going to come and fill in the previous 4 hour wick. Where could we see a long entry here? What are we doing here? We're kind of holding this support. We've just kind of broken back above this level. I mean, it's not the cleanest of range. You know, you would have to manage pretty aggressively. How much is this from here to here? 55 ticks. From here to here, it's 30 ticks. It's not worth it. I can't get a valid stop. But if we can pull back down to here, yeah, 50 tick range. I could see if I could trade that. So if we can get a little bit of a pullback here, I'll see if we can get some buys on gold. The reason I wouldn't buy it right now is because where's my stop going to go? What, at least below the previous? And what my target's here? Like it's a terrible risk reward. But if we can pull back and kind of hold some of, maybe even just these highs, I'm going to look for some buys here. Look for some buys here on Goldie. Yeah, well, man, yeah, pretty much the same band. So let's see if we get a pullback here. As soon as we get a pullback and we start tapping into here, I'll drop down to the 5. But a morning star is pretty much when how can I draw? So I'm trying to get the art out here. Let's see if this candle closes. See if this candle closes bearish like this, leaves a nice little wick, and then this next candle comes down, grabs the lows, holds the support, maybe closes a little bit doji, and then the next candle, I'm looking for the next candle to come down, hold similar area to the first one, not break this low, and then look at this is beautiful art here, and then continue pushing up. That was a little bit. Let's fix that one a little bit. That's, I don't know why it's so far away. That's a morning star, which here, that's a terrible drawing, but it's when a morning star to the lows, an evening star to the highs. So when I kind of see this candle coming down here, grabbing the lows and holding support, I'm buying here. I'm buying here. I'm risking off this liquidity low because this is, grabbing the previous lows, what I refer to as a liquidity grab, and then there's your continuation. And then an evening star is just the exact same as the highs. Here. Grabs the highs, holds the resistance, and then squeezes low. So evening stars the highs, morning stars the lows. Goldie's just having a little bounce off that support there whilst I'm rambling. 1 hour evening star on NQ, really nice. We'll have a look, man. We'll have a look. Oh, too busy rambling there, wasn't I? Whoever asked that question, you just costed me a lot of money. Andrew, you currently owe me about $350. I'll send my PayPal after this, man. Nice little bounce there. Came back down, holding this little level. Thing is, like I say, guys, if you are buying this, say if you took the flip, for example, as soon as you start pushing up, you do have to be very aggressive with the management because look at this level. It's a strong level. Although I'd love to see it break it, it's not the cleanest of ranges. So you have to be very aggressive with the management here. Three bar reversal. Yeah, I've never heard it called that. I kind of like that name actually. I think with them ones, I think some people do like to wait for the candle to you know, the third candle to close, this one to close, and then try and get in. Me personally, as soon as I see this candle grabbing the lows and holding support, I'm like, yeah, I'm dropping down to the lower time frame, you know, even during this candle, anticipating that that's how it's going to close, and then trying to get in. And I could do that in the form of like a fake out, for example. Like here, once it's grabbing the lows and closing bullish, I'm like, ah, great. So I got a 5-minute fake out, and I know that the more this closes bullish, the stronger of a wick that 15 is going to leave. Therefore, then I can take my longs. We can up to the highs here. A fake out is a closure below and then a closure back above. That's a fake out. A fake out is when you actually close below the support. So on the hourly time frame here today in Asia, you closed below the support, and as soon as you see this kind of close straight back above, that's my fake out. Gold having a little bit of a squeeze here, guys. I unfortunately I didn't get this. You are having a nice little bounce here, but like I say, this resistance is very strong. So if you did take this little quick bounce, a very quick little 40 tick range, don't be afraid to manage aggressively here. We are a little bit choppy. Let me just have a look at that NQ 1 hour evening star. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely trying to form. Definitely. The only reason I wouldn't short this, again, this is kind of the same thing. As you see this kind of grabbing the highs and closing, holding the resistance. Yeah, this one, you know, you're shorting, anticipating that it's going to be an evening star. The only reason that makes me a little bit skeptical with this one is the way you actually grab lows and close bullish. Grab lows, close bullish, grab the highs, close bearish. A little bit choppy. But as an example, yeah, 100% Patrick. Yeah, you're definitely right, man. As soon as you see this one grabbing highs and closing, you don't want to be short on this one at any top wick. Yeah, it's a bit iffy, man, but I 100% see what you're saying there, man. Does it have to have a wick? The second candle does. The second candle has to grab the previous low because that's my liquidity grab. They're not always as clean as that though. Like I still kind of class this as a morning star. You guys might see it's like, how the hell is that a morning star? You know, because you had two equal lows here. As soon as I see this kind of grabbing the lows and holding it, then I'd buy that for sure. I'd buy that. Yeah, it's not as picture perfect as this all the time. Although it does happen a lot on gold. They're probably one of my favorite patterns on gold. The reason they're one of my favorite patterns as well is because you guys can also look at it from the perspective of it's also a lower time frame head and shoulders. Here's your left shoulder, here's your head, here's your right shoulder. So that's the reason I love them so much, and that's a fantastic reversal pattern on gold. And like I say, gold loves them a lot. So I think I saw it the other day. Like, you know, on a lower time frame, you could have, you know, something like this, then you're shorting from here and you're getting this play down. So you could have a lower head and shoulders on a lower time frame, and then on like a 30-minute time frame, you know, it'll probably look something like this. And there's, you know, your, again, this is just price action. So there's your, you know, let's say if that's your 30-minute evening star, and then you got, you know, your 5-minute head and shoulders, for example. So then on the 5-minute, you know, I'm dropping down to the 5-minute, or, you know, whichever time frame you want to trade, and I'm, you know, I'm shorting here and I'm looking for this play down. Based off the higher time frame, I'm anticipating we're closing something like this. So that's the reason I love them so much. And I also love it because typically the middle candle is the liquidity grab, what I refer to as the liquidity grab, which is, you know, most people try and short here, stops above, you grab the highs, you break back below, and cool, then I get my shorts. One of my by far most favorite patterns on gold. Most favorite, is that a word? My favorite patterns on gold. Squeezing high here on gold. If you guys did get that little buy off bounce of that support, very nice. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Again, to be honest, if I was taking this little bounce, I'd probably be locking in a quick $400 there. I don't really want to hold too much in these ranges. I didn't get this in time, guys, but if you did get this, I wouldn't be afraid to lock it in. Remember, the previous hourly didn't really show us too much. And we're 8 minutes into London Open here. But yeah, that's one of the reasons that I love price action so much, especially gold, because gold repeats these patterns so much. That's why I love them so much. You guys can go look back in your charts. You'll see these fake outs. You'll see these head and shoulders. You'll see these morning evening stars all the time. Or if you don't see them right away, don't get frustrated yourself. You know, the more you see them, the quicker they'll jump out at you. And you know, my favorite ones can be like, you know, if I spot it on like a daily time frame, for example. If I can spot it on a daily time frame, you know, the next day, like here, for example, it had a little bit of a gap down here on the future chart, but as soon as you see this kind of grab highs and close and bearish, you know, you're shorting this day all day long. Even today, you know, if we close bullish today, guys, what could this do into next week? Next week could come down, bottom wick, and then you could be looking for that to continue pushing higher, depending on how this day closes. But let's say if this day closes as we are, then we can anticipate the daily could look something like this. Then you've got that rejection, liquidity grab. Monday, as soon as you start getting that bottom wick, you're looking for intraday buying opportunities in the form of a fake out or a lower time frame morning start, and then you know you're getting your longs. Works on all time frames. If you did get in long gold here, to be honest, like these highs here is my target. Ideally, you squeeze it up into 33.50, but this would be a level that I'd be pretty confident that, you know, a lot of people are probably trying to short here, sitting stops just above that. So there's probably a high chance you're going to hit this. What happens above here, whether you keep pushing up, it depends on the volume. There's not heaps amount of volume yet, but you can easily grab it and kind of continue to range. So for me personally, previous hourly highs would be a pretty comfortable target. If not, this resistance is pretty strong, but any rejection from here could bring in some sellers. So if you can actually pull back here, I may see if I can join you guys. What do you think gold resistance is strong right now? We'll just have a look on higher time frame. Remember, I'm trading the 5 minute based on what the higher time frame is telling me. Look to the left. Look at the dotted line. That's where price is right now. Huge rejection back on the 5th of May. Once you broke above it, you had a huge rejection on the 6th of May to continue pushing higher. So it's again, if we look at the dotted line, that's price now. Look at this huge resistance, massive resistance. Before these were big wicks, this was a very bullish candle. So again here, look at this, huge, massive. These wicks all tell us something. So if we break above it, great. You got fantastic buys, easy buys all the way up into here. But the previous hourly didn't really show us too much. Although it did close bullish, it wasn't the cleanest of hourly closures I've seen, that's for sure. If we do pull back from here, guys, I'm going to see if I can get some longs. I'd like to buy below like a previous 5 minute low, for example. I should have been in from down here, but there's still room for me to squeeze this. If I can get a valid stop, because there's a high chance you're going to grab these highs now. What would you have from like down below here for a scalp? 30 tick scalp, not bad. Risk some of what I made in Asia. Just for you guys. I know, losing my opportunities to explain the patterns. I know. That's what I'm saying. Whoever asked for that owes me. There you go. You're squeezing the highs here. You're grabbing on the. You haven't quite grabbed on the futures, but you're grabbing here on the currency. There you go. Yeah, squeeze the highs there, guys. So anyone who was short in there got squeezed out. If you guys did take that 5 minute buy, well done. You're up like 60 ticks. I would be locking it in because I don't know what's going to happen above these highs. But these highs as a target was pretty nice. What you got on that 5 minute? Big spike there. 30 ticks. Lots of people trying to jump in these shorts here, guys. Rejection from here, like I said, is bringing some sellers. People trying to short here, sitting their stops just above. So you see these big spikes into this resistance. But what happens above these highs, I don't know. So for me personally, if you guys did get the buys from here, that would be a good exit for me. 58 ticks, 12 minutes into London Open is fantastic. Got 50 ticks on a new eval, plus 450. Nice work, man. Beautiful work. Yeah, good job. If you guys did get it, well done. I was too busy drawing up morning stars, but nice little breakout there. You could have had a stop if you closed back below this level as well. It could be a fake out, so you'd exit. But again, nice call to try and spot that. Most people are trying to short there, sitting stops above. So that's what gold loves to do. Gold loves to come and tag the highs before a real move. Really nice push. Audi flip, yeah, nice. I was also confused about the morning evening start. Well, yeah, hopefully that helps. Like I say, it's a caught onto the 3-bar reversal from to go. Yeah, nice. That's cool. I have never seen him talk about that, but that's cool. Maybe he stole it from me, or maybe I stole it from him. Maybe we created it together, actually. Maybe I can't even talk about this. Yeah, nice grab the highs there. Instant rejection, guys. Remember, you are still at big resistance. A day to ask him about it on his next stream. Yeah, I'll have to. I'm gonna start calling them out. Why did you steal my pattern? I created this, I created these algorithms. Sell now. If we start closing back below, yeah, we could look for some shorts. Back down into these lows, yep. Let's just see this candle closure, man. We've just come up, we've wicked out the highs. You've just squeezed out some sellers, so if we now can start breaking back below, yeah, we could see Ann. We could. Let's just see the candle close. The 15 is about to close. Even if it does close bearish, well, the next 15 is still going to give you a top wick before pushing. So you can try and short it now, or you can wait for it to close, confirm that it's actually going to close bearish, and then we can short. So we could. How's NQ moving? Bit choppy. Yeah, kind of trying to hold that hourly evening slice mentioned. Order blocks, I don't really think about it too much, man. It's just, I guess it's just different ways to see the same things pretty much. Order blocks, support and resistance, supply and demand, like it's all just how you perceive it. You know, like what I call as a liquidity grab, and you know, a retail trap, someone might call I don't know, whatever these names are these days. But yeah, it's just all about how we perceive it, I guess. I am going to trade micros here, guys, because I am already up on the day. Actually, no, I'm not. Let me just trade one of my other accounts. Let me trade this one. Decent 5-minute closure there. Just came up, wicked out the highs, closed bearish. We just did get the 15-minute closure there as well. Pretty decent rejection. What would you be talking about as a flip down into here? 30 takes a management point. Man, it's pouring down here in Australia. As a very nice liquidity grab, guys. So if you did take that buy, look at that perfect exit. Literally perfect exit. Why was that a good exit? Because it's previous hourly highs that the hourly hasn't broken out of resistance. So very, very nice exit. To you guys who did get the buys, if you took profit at these highs here, well done. Fantastic exit. Let's see. We could get some shorts here, but let's be, you know, neutral to the fact that, you know, we are selling right into resistance and selling against the 4-hour. I actually enter once we push past the close of the bear candle down if bullish. Yeah, nice. Preference, but a lot of people wait for the close. Yeah, nice. That's cool, man. Yeah, I like to do it before the closure as well. I sometimes find if I wait for the closure, I almost miss most of the trade. Like for instance, this you know, that 15-minute morning star here on gold. You know, the textbook way is to probably wait for the close, to be honest. But I found if I was waiting for it to close, you know, then my risk to reward would be huge. Like I'd be, you know, risking 60 to manage at 40. Whereas if I can get in down here, as soon as it starts breaking the highs, you know, I'm already managing risk. But that's the cool thing. There's lots of different ways to trade it. You know, how we prefer as well. I'm not going to short gold just yet, guys. We are still breaking up. Although I, you know, believe we can squeeze lower. We've still broken out here on the 15. And on the hourly and on the 4-hour. So would I buy it? It's kind of tough right now. Kind of tough. It's a pretty strong grab of the highs in the bearish closure. I wouldn't sell it though, that's for sure. Harry goes into ICT mode. Have to be careful. Yep. Nice, Stephen. I like that, man. Like that. Yeah, worth the risk. Yeah, 100%. It's kind of, again, it's one of the things you kind of just have to be a little bit adaptive with. Sometimes it will give you an opportunity to get in on the closure. Sometimes the closure will just fill your whole range. There's no perfect way to trade it. If we break out here a little bit, guys, then I'll look for a short. You know, you do have a bit of a trend line coming up here as well. People probably trying to buy this trend line. I believe you could squeeze it a little bit. I just don't want to sell right into major support. But if we can actually break back below this, then great. You know, we could maybe see some shorts back down into 33.17ish, or, you know, 33.20 looks pretty nice. But let's wait for it to actually close below the support and, you know, not try and trade what we think. Yeah, we can have a look at let's have a look at oil. I know oil's been on some big moves as well. How did the daily close? Didn't have a look at oil yesterday. Wow, look at that daily yesterday. Holy, look at that. Wow, grab the lows, huge bullish closure. Wow, look at that. Is this weekly just going to engulf back above again? Oh, not far off. Look at this. Again, if you get a strong bullish closure here on the weekly, guys, next week, what have you got? You got weekly fake outs and you got big buys coming in. How did last one close? Pretty bearish though. But that's a strong closure yesterday. Strong closure. So oil, again, you know, I wouldn't want to be selling oil, that's for sure. I wouldn't want to trade against that daily. You just grab the lows and you've broken out already. So you're already having a bit of a squeeze here. Yeah, we can have a look at copper as well. Yep, we'll have a look at copper. Goldie's starting to leave a bit of rejection, guys. So if this 15, which is also 30, closes back below, and we take 15-minute fake out sells, that will also be a 30-minute wick and back below. So potential fake out sells on gold. Oil grabbing the lows, trying to get back above. For you guys who intraday trade oil, I think oil looks good to continue squeezing. At least up into here and higher. 60-50 above there as well. Lots of movement today. So 10 minutes, if we get fake out sells on gold on the 15, fantastic. You got room for a much deeper squeeze. Would you have entered there from taking the low at 7:45 candle? 7:40. Which time frame, man? 5 minute again. 7:45. Here. The only reason I wouldn't have bought here, if you're looking for the buys, is because I was actually watching this, and I saw this kind of. Let me just clean this up for a second. I saw this hourly grab the highs and close bearish. So I was like, I don't really know how to trade this 7 a.m. candle. So I was like, oh, I may as well just wait for this one to close and then try and trade this one. That's why I was trying to look for the buys here. But when I see this candle grabbing the highs and, you know, holding resistance, holding support, I wasn't really looking at the lower time frame on this one. Because this candle didn't really show me enough to want to trade this hourly candle. That's why, you know, as soon as I see this kind of close bullish, then, you know, I can scalp some buys here. But this actual 7 a.m. candle, we were watching it pre-London. I wasn't really too sure how you were going to close because, yeah, the 6 a.m. didn't tell me too much. You're in a 4-hour fake out on oil. Nice, nice, nice. It's looking pretty good, man. You're taking that for more of a swing play. 4-hour fake out. Yeah, huge. Broke below, broke back above. Yeah, pushing already, man. Nice, nice, nice. I like that. I like that. I like that. I want to see if we get a trader together. I want to get a trade together. End the week off strong. What has been a great week. A very, very good week. Markets have been moving very, very well. 30-20. Yep. 30-20. Yeah, I like 30-20. For a pullback. Pull back into here before squeezing higher. A 30-minute starting to leave a nice rejection here, guys. If we get a 15-minute closure below, we could have a 15-minute fake out and a 30-minute liquidity grab holding resistance. It's not the cleanest down here, though. It's not the cleanest. I know it's probably not what you guys want to hear, but it's just the reality. It's not the cleanest. Previous 30 did close above. I think there may be maybe nice opportunities. Looks like that evening style NQ is having a bit of a squeeze lower, which is nice. Again, though, you know, would I have shorted it? You know, it's easy to look back in hindsight and go, oh, damn, that was such a nice push. I would have shorted it. I should have shorted it. But I go, we got resistance, you got support. We're just ranging, you know. Just sometimes you just got to take it for what it is. Would I have shorted this? Well, look at this price action. It's very, very messy. And like I said to you guys, you know, these are the times where everyone makes money. Like, you know, we're all money makers during these times. These are the times where everyone gives it all back. These are the times I trade. These are the times I stay a little bit more patient, and I let the markets come to me. You know, we can all see these big moves, and we can all see these big moves. But these are the times where, you know, if you guys were back testing right now, and you know you were doing the back testing on TradingView, these are the times where, you know, you'd be skipping these candles along and being like, I don't know what's going to happen here. Let me skip this price action along. So, I always try and look at it from that perspective. Like if I was, you know, doing some back testing or doing some journaling or whatever, and I was looking at this, I'm like, man, let me skip this range. And like I say, you know, it's not going to sit in this all day. But if you try and trade in it now before the breakouts actually happened, by the time the breakout does come, you know, not only have you got no P&L left to actually trade, but you're so mentally drained and fatigued that sometimes you just got to let the markets come to you. 6 minutes till this closure, guys. If we grab these highs and actually break back below, cool. We could have a 15-minute fake out and a 30-minute rejection. But let's see this actually close below this support. Although I'd love to see it push down, this is still a level that we have just broken out of. And it's a little bit choppy. A little bit choppy. Also, it's really important the context of where the 3-bar reversal Morningstar is appearing. Yep, 100%, man. Extremes and reversal points, extreme high probability to play the last bull bear candle in the opposite direction. Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. That's why even this one today, I would buy this Morningstar based off the hourly closing above and this nice, sort of inverse head and shoulders area as well. Nice fake out level, nice support. Yeah, you want to be playing them at good areas, absolutely, man. Not just randomly in the middle of the range. Like, if I drop down here, I know there was a 5-minute evening star there. Would I have shorted that 5-minute evening star? Definitely not. Why would I not short it? Well, because the higher time frame was bullish. And if anything, that's a double top to buy into. So yeah, 100%, man. You want to be doing them at good areas, not just, you don't want to buy and sell every time you see a morning and evening star. You want to use them on the lower time frame in confluence for what you're looking at the higher time frame. That's why multi-time frame analysis is so key. Yeah, 100%, man. That's the thing. It's so easy to be watching your 5-minute here and be like, man, I'm so zoomed in on, oh, this is looking good for a big short. So when you zoom out and you go, the markets don't move as fast as we may think. So what are we doing here? 15. We've got 5 minutes until this 30 is going to close. If we come up and grab some highs, rebreak the lows, I'm going to see if we get short here. I'm not going to trade up my main London account, guys. I'm pretty happy with my gains on this one. I'm actually going to lock out my Asia one. I'm going to take a payout on this after the stream. Because I haven't taken a payout on this one yet. I'm up like 4K on this one, which has been really nice. I'm going to reward myself again this Friday like I did last Friday. And we'll trade one of these ones here that I haven't traded yet here today. Take some risk on these trades for you guys. Let's see. Fundamental analysis on gold. Yep, absolutely, man. Especially at the minute. Yep, there was big fundamentals yesterday with the big sell-off between the US and the UK trade deal. So yep, fundamentals are very big on gold. For intraday trading, I keep it in the back of my mind. I can still be very reactive, but it's good to have a overall understanding of what we're looking at. Nah, I don't correlate it though. I don't correlate it. Yeah, 28. Yep. Yeah, as I said, I just want to see us break this level. If we break this level, we should be good for a squeeze lower here. I think you probably got a lot of people trying to squeeze in some longs here, so I want to short this bad boy. I want to short Goldie today. And remember, yesterday did close very bearish. Yeah, yesterday was very bearish. Is this just... And look at this as well. Wow, look at this. This is actually quite nice here. If this was going to be a big reversal, could we come all the way back down to here? It's far away now, but before you know it, it could easily be all the way back down there. Whether it happens in London, who knows? Let's see, guys. We got 2 minutes until this 30 minutes is going to close. Let me just run to the bathroom, guys. I'm going to stay on for at least another half an hour or so. Remember, D's not on today, so we could even squeeze out a little bit longer if we get some trades. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to run to the bathroom. Alright, how is this 30 going to close? 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Let me skip this music. Yeah, I want to see this. I want to see this break below here, guys. I want to see this break below. It's a pretty solid 30-minute rejection. It's a very solid 30-minute rejection. Wash your hands. Oh, of course, man. Of course. I wouldn't disrespect you guys like that. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. We've got 1 minute here, guys. 1 minute. Remember, if we do break back below, we could be looking for a, you know, it's a 100 tick range. I'm not going to hold it all the way down, given how range bound London has been. But if I can get, you know, my piece of this whole move down, I'll be very happy. Appreciate how you break things down, man. This has been a missing link to my trading. I was always trying to take these trades on the 5 minute and 1 minute without the higher time frame. Kept getting wiped out. The switch from NQ has helped my trading. Yeah, amazing, man. That's what we like to hear. Absolutely, man. That's what these streams are all about. If we can get some trades together, fantastic. But that's what these are all about. Blooding together. Nice squeeze down here on gold, guys. We're going to get a pretty decent 30-minute closure here. Which, if this 30-minute close is bearish, little top wick, little 5-minute top wick, and we're going to look to go short. We are going to look to go short. Risking about 30, maybe 30 ticks. I'm not taking this on my main London account, guys. I'm taking it on one of my other runs. This is a very nice 30-minute closure here. 4 seconds. If we open and instantly push up, I'm going to try and get short. I want to see a squeeze to... oh, damn it. Spoke too soon. Squeeze to at least here. I just need a good risk to reward. Squeeze to at least here. No, I'll try to go short here on gold. There's a very nice 30-minute closure there. 30-minute came up, grabbed the highs, closed bearish, which also gave us a 15-minute fake out as well. So that's what I said, guys. 15 fake out. And a 30-minute beautiful... where is it? Beautiful rejection, grab the highs. So nice buys up into these highs. And now we're going to see if we can get these shorts. Let me change this music. It's copyright-free music. It's not very good, is it? All right, we're coming up here, which is good. If we grab some highs, I'm going to look to short on the break of the low. Trying to see where we can get a good risk to reward here. Hourly, lots of equal lows as well. My downside level is all the way back down here as well. Like I say, will I hold it all the way down there? Probably not. But it's nice to know that my range is very big here. Great for real day trader show transparency. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning in. That's what these are all about. Hopefully we can get some trades here together as well. Style risk management resonates with me a lot. Nice, that's nice. That's what we like to hear, man. That's what we like to hear. Great tunes be learning a lot. Thank you, man. Question is scalping 30 to 40 ticks generally your main style of trading? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, recently it has been more because the ranges have been so big. But for my main London account here, yeah, that's pretty much what I like to do, man. I used to really care about catching, you know, buying here and selling up here. This is a strong push up here. Remember, guys, only go short if you break the low. If you start closing back above, that's fine. I won't trade this range. We are in a bit of range, but if we re-break the lows, I'll look for shorts. But yeah, that's all I like to do here. I like to come on, I get my piece of gold, and you know, I'm happy. And this 50k, you know, grown to over 7,000. Obviously, the P&L looks ridiculous. That's because these are all payouts. But yeah, I like to come on. I like to get my piece of the markets. This Asia account, and then that's it, you know. Especially with, I guess I'd say maybe I'm more of a, sometimes I'm scalping, sometimes I'm day trading, it depends. But yeah, I'm coming in, I'm trying to get my piece of gold, I'm trying to manage my risk, I'm trying to execute well and be happy with what I get. You know, in my earlier days, I'd be trying to, you know, buy from down here and then sell right at the highs. But then, you know, when I did miss them trades, I'd be like, oh, damn it, you know, like I've missed the move. Same as yesterday, you know, I didn't get any of this short down yesterday. But once I got a fake out opportunity and an inverse head and shoulders, I got my piece of the pie. And the reason I don't care about trying to catch these massive moves, as nice as it will be when the markets give it to you, I know that, you know, if price rips down and I don't get it for whatever reason, I'll still be able to come on, you know, the next session, if not the next day, and still get my piece of gold. I'm trying to do what helps me more consistently and mentally as well. Like mentally, you know, when I would try and catch these big moves and then I would miss them, I'd go on FOMO, I'd go on tilt, and I'd start revenge trading. Whereas now I'm like, I don't really care if I don't get this move down. As nice as it would be to maximize these moves when I do get them, for the most part, yeah, I'm just trying to get my piece. Strong break back above here, guys. That's why I'm not jumping in the shorts just yet. I'd have to see it re-break the lows. You kind of see you've grabbed the highs, you've closed bearish, you've now grabbed the lows, now you're squeezing back higher. Like I said, you guys, we are expecting a little bit of a range-bound session today. Yeah, if we close back above fake outs, I'll go long again. I'll go back to longs. I have to be very neutral in these ranges. Hourly still closed bullish. You don't want to think too much in these ranges. Don't be too glued to a certain bias. Be very neutral here. Be very reactive, guys. I don't care if gold's going to go up or down. I'm going to react to what I see and I be very reactive to what the markets are showing me, not what I think. Although, you know, I think gold might grab these lows. If we don't break the lows and we close back above, then I'll be like, oh, cool, that's fine. I haven't taken any sells. If we break back above, then cool, I can start reacting to longs. I'm understanding that we are range bound today, so I am being very, very reactive. Don't think too much. Trade based off what the candle closures are telling us, and right now it's a little bit rangy. You know, we grabbed the highs and closed bearish, but you know the previous hourly did also close bullish. So could we go back to longs? Yes, we definitely could if we get a 15-minute fake out, at least a 15-minute fake out back above here, and I'll consider buying. I may trade micros though. We are in a little bit of a, oh shit, excuse my French, wrong account. We are choppy. Would you be setting sell stops here to prepare? No, I personally wouldn't, man. I personally wouldn't, because what we have done is not only have we, you know, come down and gone, we have also tapped into the lows. We just came down, we grabbed the lows, and we had an instant reaction higher. So now I'm kind of thinking, oh, could this be a liquidity grab and a 15-minute fake out to either continue pushing up or just continue ranging? Yeah, probably. But again, that's the good thing about putting in our, you know, our sell stops. If we don't re-break the lows and we keep pushing up, well, then we go, cool, that's fine, cancel the sell stop. That was very risky. But yeah, if you have a sell stop in here, personally, we pushed up too much, I would be deleting it and waiting. Personally. So if we do get a 15 closure back above, then yeah, you know what, guys, I might be like, okay, cool. I'm watching the, you guys on YouTube can't see, but I'm watching the trading view chart here as well. And I am watching this hourly and going, oh, well, you know, could this hourly just, I have a clean chart below me and I'm kind of being like, oh, you know, could we just keep pushing up? Yeah, we could. Very possible. Like I said to you guys at the start of the stream, you know, we do have to understand that today is a little bit in the London anyway, just from one area to the next. Doesn't mean we can't get our trade. It just means we have to be a little bit more patient. Copper's ripping, really. Copper's ripping. Wow. Wow. Did I miss something here? Is gold about to follow suit in a second? We might have reached the peak in the de-escalation trade. US tariff are raising revenue, not to lower global trade barriers. Wow, yeah, copper with the push. Is gold going to follow suit here? Wow. Let me just have a quick look here. Just having a read here, guys. So 2 seconds. Gold having copper's having an absolute rip here. Oil ripping too. Yeah, gold's not moving just yet. I'm just trying to understand what's going on here with the news. Yeah, that is an insane rip on copper. US said that 10% will be. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Gold's not surprisingly not moving. Yeah, copper. That's nuts. Do we just grab the highs? Trying to get a fake out here. I caught the whole move. Nice. Did you get you get silver as well, really? Yeah, wow. Everything but gold? Yeah, look at that. Look at them fake outs on NQ, guys. Look at that fake out. 50-minute fake out. Finally broke above the resistance. Now you're squeezing. With NQ going higher, is gold going to go lower? Well, I don't know. Copper's also going up. At break even on my oil long. Nice, man. Nice, nice, nice. I mean, the oil actually set up for longs. The oil really set up for longs. Good job on taking the oil trade, man. Is it just gold that's just being a little bit difficult today? Gold kind of testing us. Everything else is moving beautifully. You got 50-minute fake outs in NQ. Gold is kind of grabbing the highs, grabbing the lows, not really doing too much here. Hey, Alan, what's going on, man? Welcome back. Yeah, copper with the insane move. I look at Forex Live, man. I look at the financial juice on Topstep for scheduled news, and then I'll have a look at Forex Live for live news. No, Nas wasn't in a NQ was in a very choppy range, but now that you've actually you broke below, you grabbed below, ripped high, like this is actually a really nice fake out. It's kind of I'm trying to take the exact same thing on gold, but gold's just kind of teasing a little bit. If gold did the same thing NQ would do, is fake out and to buy, that'd be great. But grabbing the highs, grabbing the lows, gold's a little bit tough considering everything else is moving so beautifully. Gold is a little bit tough. 30-minute. Could you still re-break the lows? Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, gold being stubborn. So yeah, that's one word for it. 300 ticks in less than 10 minutes. Yeah, that's insane. And copper moves at 12.50 a tick as well. That's insane. What's that? One contract, 3,750. That's insane. Yeah, it is. It's in the same pattern. Gold just needs the volume. I know it's probably going to go down. Yeah, if NQ's breaking higher, we would assume so. But do I use a 30-minute time frame for directional bias on the smaller time frames? Yeah, 100%, man. Hourly and 30 minutes is the key. 5 minutes for execution. Bias is based off candle closures, man. So I had buys today in towards the end of Asia based off the hourly and 30-minute closing bullish grabbing lows. Whereas right now on gold, the reason I'm not jumping into loads of trades here is because gold's probably the only one that's looking a little bit difficult. But my direction, yeah, is based off how the candles are closing. Yep. But gold is not really showing as much as everything else, which isn't always the case, but not often do we see everything else moving and gold is just kind of chilling here. So yeah, this 15. If this 15 closes above this wick, then we could confirm a fake out to go long. I want to see this candle actually close with volume though. Yeah, 300 ticks in 10 minutes is insane. We've got 3 minutes till this candle's going to close, you guys. Let's wait for this closure. Wow, look at that. That is insane. Oh, that was the last time we looked at. Last time we looked at copper. Look at that. What a guru. When was that? When did we draw that? Fantastic work of art. On the 7th. When was that? 2 days ago? Wednesday we spoke about copper cells. Very nice. Into them lows there. Beautiful. Look at that. Insane. Let's see if we're going to get this 15-minute fake out for buys or sells here on gold, guys. If we close bullish pretty much where we are right now, we're going to have to look at some other markets because they're not really showing us too much. If we close above the wick, then we confirm the breakout. We'll drop to the 5 and see if we get some longs. Let's see. I've seen cleaner days on gold, that's for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind, man. To see gold breaking higher for sure. If we get this 15-minute closure, like if this 5-minute close is bullish, we'll get the nice 15 closure, and then I can look for some longs. Yeah, 350 is nuts, man. It's nuts. Gold's trying to get up here, guys. Yeah, buy now. Has to follow suit, surely. Come on. Follow suit. Gold's obviously, a lot harder to move than copper, but that is a big move on copper. Yeah, any you guys get copper? Copper is insane. Anyone actually just get it beforehand? And just so happen to be in it at the right time? They're the ones where, you catch them as, okay, that's when, the market gives you big days. Things like that you can't control, but if you're on the right side of it, that's when you have the big trades. 1 minute here, guys. Let's see. Let's see. NQ still breaking high. Yeah, look at that fake out. NQ, guys, really nice fake out there. Like I said, we're not going to range all day, but once you do break out, you had a huge bearish closure, engulfed straight back up, breaking above the range, bottom wicked and pushed. That's pretty much exactly what we want to see on gold right now. That's a lovely buy there, guys. That's a lovely, lovely buy. You had a fake out, and you also broke out of the range with volume. Amazing. Gold's looking like we're going to get a breakout here, guys. I'm going to see if we get some longs here in a second. See if we get some longs. Let's see, 50 seconds. Management these highs. Any closure back below, and we can exit. Let's see. Cool. Let's see, 30 seconds here, guys. I want to see price come down for an instant bottom wick and see if we can get longs. You're in the NQ longs, nice. Took half off, leaving the rest at break even. Yeah, good work, man. I want to see gold pretty much do the same thing as NQ, even though I don't like to see them move together, but in terms of the technical plan, pretty much the same. 30 minute on gold, not bad. 15. 15's looking alright. It's not, again, it's not super clean, guys. I'm not taking it on my main London account. But let's see if we open and push down. I'm going to see if we get some buys here. Nice 15 closure there on the currency 15 minute fake out. Instant bottom wick. Bottom wick gold. A little bit more. Cool, there we go. Alright, I'm going to set a buy on the break of this high, guys. If you can reflip back bullish and come and fill in this range, fantastic. I got a buy on the flip of this 15 minute here. Around 34.7. If we re-break the high, I want to see if we can get a nice drive here. If we close back below and continue to range, you know, I'll let it be. But that was a nice 15 minute closure there. Really nice 15 minute closure. 15 minute grab the lows, engulfed back bullish. So if we can re-break this high, we're going to see if we can drive this up into, like, you know, 33.50 is the next range, which is 150 ticks. Will I hold it that much? Probably not. I'll probably hold it for maybe 50, 60 maybe. Let's see. Again, I'm using a buy stop, not a buy order. Because if it doesn't re-break high and we continue to range, I don't want to get chopped up. But if we can re-break the high, cool, my buy stop will get tagged in. If not, I'll just cancel my buy stop. So I'm not taking a buy here, guys. I'm not market executing buys. I'm taking a buy stop, because we have been range bound today, and if we continue to range, then, you know, we don't re-break this high, well, then I don't get tagged in. I don't take the loss. Management will be this previous hourly high, but to be honest, I want to see if we can drive this much higher, but I will be open to managing at this high. Let's see if we can break it with volume. With volume. Copper jewelry coming soon. Is that you saying you're treating me? You're treating me to copper jewelry? That's how I read that? Is that right? It's a nice way to go into my weekend. If we do get tagged in here, guys, stops will just be below the previous current 5. If we break higher, I don't want to have stops any more than that. If you re-break that, you'll probably come lower anyway. If we don't drive here, guys, I will cancel, because I'm understanding that there isn't a whole heap of volume in gold. It's the beauty of putting in these buy stops. Gold correlate with silver and copper? I mean, sometimes, but like overall, yeah. But I mean, you know, gold is a lot. What's copper worth? Like what, $4 or something? Let me just have a quick look. This is scary. I've got to stop over. Yeah, like $4. So it's much harder to move gold. But on a high time frame, yeah, it can, man. Yep, it can. In intraday, I've not really noticed that much correlation. I would say it's worth watching others to trade it, but on like a swing perspective, yeah, they definitely can. If we don't drive in this 5 minute, guys, I will probably just cancel. I want to see this 5 minute just continue pushing. Otherwise, I don't really love this range. I don't really like this range. So let's see, we've got 1 minute to this 5 minutes close. Just gonna see if we're gonna flip here and push. Yeah, you grab below as you close bullish. So if this is true volume, well, let's see it continue. It's a 50 tick 5 minute candle. So, well, let's see if we can get another continuation. It's crazy that that's like, you know, you look at this, you go, that's a tiny move. Man, that's 50 ticks in 1 5 minute. If you want to trade micros here as well, guys, don't be afraid to trade micros. We are ranging, and we are at some pretty tough areas. And just showing you guys what I'm personally doing. See, if I was taking a retest entry right now, guys, and market executing, I would see this 5-minute close below, and I'd be getting pretty like iffy about this position. But with the buy stop, you know, we're chilling. If it doesn't reflip and, you know, in 40 seconds we don't drive, I'll just cancel and wait. If it then does flip, that's fine. I would have wanted to kind of push already. I want to see that volume. Goldie. I will cancel before the close though, because the next 5 minute could easily come up, top wick, tag me, and then push down. So if this 5 minute doesn't drive, my finger is on the trigger to close in about 20 seconds. It's not on the trigger, but it will be. Let's see. I don't like to, you know, if it doesn't tag me in the 5, but the 5 minute close bearish, I don't like to leave it open because, like I say, you could get caught in a liquidity grab before it then pushes lower. Let's see, 7 seconds now. I'm going to wait, guys. If it was going to drive, I would have wanted to see it do already. I've just cancelled my buy stop there. Just not really, we're just not really driving. Not really driving. Maybe if we grab some lows. If we grab some lows and start to re-break back above. I'm not a huge fan of the volume. Again, it's the beauty of using the buy stops there, guys. If it doesn't break the high and you're not really too sure, that's fine. Why did we wait for a high to get tagged before shorting? And why did we taking the long on the break of the upside? Why did we... because that was a... This one you were buying into... You're trying to short out of a liquidity grab. So you were shorting out of a liquidity grab. This one you're trying to buy into the liquidity grab. So we were talking about the buys into the liquidity grab here. So we were buying up into the liquidity there. Then once you've taken the highs, you know, you could look to go short. But this is kind of the opposite. We're trying to buy into the liquidity grab. Kind of like what we spoke about here, which I was too busy rambling. But we were buying up earlier into this high here. Same thing here, buying up into the high. But once the highs have been grabbed, then that's the potential short areas. How do we calculate the 1 pip value of 1 pip? It depends on what you're trading. If it's for gold, it's $10 per tick per contract. So if we measure gold from here to here, 40 of my tool was in the way. If we measure from here to here, that's a 39 tick move at 1 contract. That's $390. So if we buy from here and we got our stops down here, we're risking $240 per contract. It depends on what you're trading. Copper's 1250. You know, one contract on gold and one contract on NQ are two very different things. You know, you don't want to be too over leveraged. So it's important to understand. So good order placement there, guys. We didn't get tagged in. We didn't take the loss. We didn't take the trade. We're still ranging here, guys. So good order placement there. The countdown is here, man. Here. If you right click on the side here, you can get it there. Okay, like I said, that's just a great example. Although we're not pushing up, which doesn't really matter, we're also not getting chopped in this range because we used the buy stop. If the buy stop doesn't get tagged in, well then that's fine. We just cancel the buy stop and we wait. We let the markets come to us. You guys on YouTube, remember drop a like and subscribe to the Topstep YouTube channel if you guys are enjoying the stream. We do this every single day here in the London Open. I'm hoping we can get some trades here together, but it's a little bit of a chop day here on gold. To be honest, like this still to me looks like we want to squeeze lower. I'm just kind of seeing if we're going to do this and then get back below. It's a tough one to read right now, which is fine. Like I say, if it's you don't really understand what we're doing right now, we'll just wait for it to make sense. And your best trades are when the markets make sense. Like today, the shorts in Asia made a lot of sense. Right now, it doesn't make as much sense. So I'm being a little bit more cautious and I understand that we are a bit range bound. But again, like I say, whenever we're range bound and whenever I'm onshore, I do love to put in them buy stops or the sell stops. Because if you don't re-break candle lows or highs, then you don't get tagged in the trade. You just cancel the order and wait. If I want to go short, it's going to be on the 30-minute close and also the hourly close. I'm not opposed to shorts, guys. I'm not saying we're not going to go short. I'm also just reacting to intraday time frame closures, which was grab the lows and the bullish closure. If this recloses back below, and then we start, you know, re-breaking 30 lows, then I'll go back to shorts down into 30-20. Yeah, nice trend line coming up, 100%, man. That's why I do prefer the shorts, but that 15 to me, I was like, maybe we're gonna squeeze these highs and then go short, but not really saying too much. NQ's pushing, to be honest. If I was in this, you know, in this here, I'd manage, but I was trying to see if you can squeeze it back up into like these areas. If I did take this fake out, which is pretty much identical to what we want to do on gold, I'd be targeting up into here. But if this grabs the highs and closes bearish, I'd be happy to manage risk. But I like this area. I mean, pretty much there, I guess. I think you can squeeze a little bit higher though. But yeah, that's pretty much identical as to what I was looking to trade there on gold, guys. You closed bearish, you then grabbed lows and closed bullish, and then had the push. Exactly the same thing on gold. Exactly the same pattern. But gold couldn't re-break the highs, and we're just stalling. Yeah, next 30 minute will be interesting. Yep. 100%. Patience pays, man. You know, there's been plenty of times, you know, we could sit on these streams for like an hour and a half, and then one 5-minute candle can change everything. But the thing is, I'm always prepared for it, and I'm very neutral. You know, like I say, if I don't get a trade today, or you know, if I see an opportunity, I take it. It doesn't work. Like I don't care. You know, as long as I followed my plan, I followed my rules. Like that's all we can do here. I am up on the day on my main Topstep accounts, which is great, but I was and am open to taking a trade here with you guys. But we don't have to force it. Let's see. Potential morning star. 5-minute morning star if we close bullish. We got the first close of the hourly here in the London session in 5 minutes as well. Which, remember guys, we haven't really done too much for the past, you know, 2 candles. You grabbed highs, you closed bearish. You didn't grab any lows, you closed bullish. So, have we broken out on the hourly time frame right now? Not really. Look at this. Like, look where we're at. We're at big resistance. We're at big support. That's why I'm being extremely neutral, because the hourly doesn't really tell me too much just yet. That's why you have to be a little bit patient. A little bit patient, guys. Patience pays. Did copper, was that one big liquidity grab, or have we actually sustained it? Wow, look at that. That's insane. Imagine trying to chase that. Bam. 200 tick rejection. That's huge. Huge. But yeah, it's been a good week, guys. It's been a profitable week. I actually had a bit of a break even week on my London account. I had a little bit of a break even week. I had a really tough day on Monday. Again, a really tough day on Wednesday. I had a good hit today, so a little bit of a break even for me on my London account. I'm up nicely on the Asia account. I'm going to take a payout on this account in Asia. But overall, we're in for a good start to the month. A good start to the month. This hourly close is going to be very, very key here, guys. Very, very key here. Are we going to finally break this massive resistance, or are we going to hold it? Let's see. It's a big make or break level on gold. I think if you guys are still looking for trades, I think 9 to 10, if not 10 to 11, you're probably going to get some nice opportunities. I kind of was anticipating that it would be hard for me to trade this hour, same as this hour. Yeah, I kind of know if it's going to be tough to trade the next hour based on how the candle closes. So when this candle here grabbed the highs, held support, and closed bearish, I knew that this hourly was going to be hard to trade. That's why I can be like, at the 7 a.m. candle, let me just come back at the next candle. Okay, cool. Have we broken out? No. Okay, cool. Let me come back at the 9 a.m. candle closure. Have we broken out? Yes. Oh, cool. Fantastic. Now I can look for my trade. Let the markets come to you. So if we close like this, guys, it makes me think, man, short time. Then I go look at the 30 and I go, It's not doing what we said earlier for the buyers where all time frames lined up. We're not really seeing that. Yeah, 10 o'clock's the new 4 hour. Yep. When is it? What about the futures? Futures still got 2 hours. Do you ever look at volume analysis in trading? Not really, man. Not too much. I just prefer pure price action, man. It absolutely has its place, though. Maybe something I'd like to learn a little bit more. But it's nothing I use right now, man. Yeah, short. Yeah, I think it's probably pretty similar today, guys. A little bit of range. Remember, it's Friday as well, guys. Yeah, look at that one. Yes, look at that. That's crazy. I mean, to be fair, if you're in shorts after grabbing them highs, looks pretty nice. But look at that 30-minute time frame. Bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, doji, grabbing highs, bearish. Like I say to you guys, you know, these are the times where, you know, these are the times where everyone's able to make money on these shorts, and these are the times where everyone gives it back. So these are the times we have to take advantage of. These are the times we just need to be a little bit patient. It's so easy to have, you know, all these great days, and then these are the days where everyone just gives it back because they can't bear to not be in a trade 24/7. Whereas I promise you guys, if you want to become consistent, you need to know when to not trade. It's very important. Know when to trade and know when to not trade. Zoom, guys, give me 2 seconds. Hourly closure. So I was happy to stay on with you guys and see if we can maybe see some buys or shorts, see if we can break out. But to be honest, guys, I look at this hourly time frame, and it's really messy for me, guys. So if I'm going to take a trade here in London, it's not going to be until this next hourly closes. You know, we're holding resistance, we're holding support. The 5 minute doesn't give me any reason to trade. So I'm happy to wrap it up there, guys. I'm personally going to wait for the 10 a.m. candle. Whether this candle rips up or rips down, I don't really care too much. But when it does, I think the 10 a.m. candle is going to be much easier to trade. So, yeah, for now, guys, I will wrap up. I appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. Unfortunately, no trades here together on stream. But wait for that next candle to close, guys. I think you'll get a better sense of direction. You'll also get a much easier trade. But a fantastic week, guys. I appreciate you all taking the time to tune in. Hopefully you guys did get value, and remember, we'll be live again same time next week, 7:30 till 9 a.m. London time here on the Topstep YouTube channel. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone, and I'll see you guys same time again next week. Trade safe, guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.